What's up, my Fina love? Sisters Fina D coming to you all from Vina Team News. During my review of the recent season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, every time it came to Drew and her husband situation, I always said, hey, it's too much going on. I'm going to talk about them separately, but I never got to post my review of those videos. And since we didn't have an episode last Sunday, I figured, hey, you already recorded it and I do not throw away my work, so why not just go ahead and post a video you did. Basically, it's just Twitter going in on Drew and her husband, and then my short commentary in the end. So let's go ahead and get into it. Drew's husband is absolutely disgusting. You just walk out of the house for 3 days, say nothing, and then gaslight her for being curious. I'm actually watching this amazed. The audacity! He keeps calling her names and telling her that she's crazy for wanting to know. Where, girl? A hot hell of a mess. Okay? Where were you for 3 days? Her husband. Okay. Okay. So for those of you who are not aware about this picture, this little boy went viral during the Black Lives Matter movement and all of that, because he was basically singing about being a black man and everything that goes on in this country when you're black, especially a man, getting killed, George Floyd, all of that. That's what this picture, it's not, the situation behind the picture is not funny. I'm laughing at Drew's husband because that's what I just said in the beginning. Dude, you disrespecting your wife and your family have absolutely nothing to do with I'm a black man and first generation and oppression. Like, sit down and miss me with that mess. That's why I'm laughing. Ooh, this was a perfect example. Perfect example. I was at the ocean. Not the bullet. Eat a bullet hot off. Nah, don't go to jail for no dude. Drew seems to have that candy dynamic with her mother and husband. Can somebody help me understand why Drew never asked her husband who he was with in Tampa? Don't ask questions you're not ready for. Drew's husband really couldn't just say he was in Tampa. No, because he wasn't in Tampa. He had to think about an answer. Drew's husband doesn't understand what a marriage is. He needs to tell his wife where he is. My face when Drew said her husband just disappeared for 3 days and she had no idea. Girl, she said she made dinner, okay? Went downstairs knocking at the door and he wasn't there. What would make Drew share on national television that her husband was gone for 3 days and that he didn't want to tell her where he was? Because Drew needs her peach. Drew needs her coins. Drew asking Tyler Perry to call her. Drew needs money, okay? And you have to come in here with a bang. Because this is a huge opportunity. Shout out to Eva, okay, for quitting, even though they said she got fired. But shout out to Eva for introducing Drew to Cynthia Bailey. And then she quit and Drew got the job and got her peach. This is her way, okay, of making her name in Atlanta and possibly getting other roles outside of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let her do what she got to do. Drew's husband is horrible. Don't be calling the Lord's name in this. Oh no, child, don't go to jail for no man that needs to put a bullet in her husband. It is not that serious. Unload the clip. I wouldn't even be mad. Nope. I'll contemplate helping to dispose of the body. What is going on? All we gotta do is use the what is wrong with y'all? What? It does what? Right. What is it gonna do? And I know they're joking. It's not that serious. He put up their senior prom balloons and then fake rose petals just to pick a fight. Yeah. Not senior prom balloons. Why episode 2 and Drew's husband may already be in the top 5 worst Real Housewives of Atlanta husbands in franchise history. Drew Sidora, where did you go for 3 days? Her husband, you don't understand black men. Let's see, I'm gonna get to that part. That part took me out, but let's keep reading, okay? Who? He's gaslighting her. Husbands don't leave their home for 3 days. Exactly. Is Drew husband for real? Drew husband is gaslighting the bleep out of her. This conversation ain't got ish to do with being a black man and the pressure that comes. Thank you. Like the video just started, I wanted to focus and just read the comments and the tweets and then save my commentary, but I can't even hold it. Come on. Let me use this oppression, and I'm the first generation of black men. Boy, sit down. That ain't got nothing to do with you leaving your house for 3 days and not communicating with your wife. Who does that? Now, listen, this might just be Drew and her husband way of getting their storyline popping. I'm not saying that it's not true and all of that, but hey, listen, do you, okay? She's an actress. She's learned the game. Do you? But I'm just happy for once. It's not Mark Daly. It's somebody else. Let's keep reading. When Drew asks where her husband disappeared to for 3 days, and with a straight face he said, "How would that benefit you?" Twitter is funny. Drew husband has hidden cameras. Hidden cameras. Yeah, weird. That's what happens. Listen, I'm not even going to say anything because you know what? Sometimes you can know someone for 10 years, get married, and that ish lasts for 2 seconds. And you can know someone for 2 seconds, get married, and 40 years later, y'all still together. So I'm not even going to judge how quickly they got married because 6.5 years later, they are still together. But let's just keep reading, child. Drew and this gaslighting husband of hers. Who? You in trouble, girl. Where the beach. Looking at her abusive, lying husband like, exactly. Drew husband is a clown. Laughing my bleep of professional. Exactly. The manipulation, also known as Drew Sidora's husband. I wish my husband would leave for 3 whole bleep days and ain't told me nothing. Drew is a patient woman, cuz nah. Left for 3 days unannounced and he doesn't see a problem with that. He's cheating. Not Wreck-It Ralph. Poor Drew. Low key, I have so many issues with Ralph Pittman, aka Wreck-It Ralph. That's funny. That lady Latoya said, if we separated, I'm dating other people. That lady Drew said, well, if you do that, you need to get a divorce. Meanwhile, her husband was separated from her for 3 days at the beach and refused to verify his whereabouts. Well, he loved the beach. Didn't they meet at the beach? Okay. Girl, he met you at the beach. That's right. Shut up. Let me be quiet. Drew, that husband of yours is giving me abusive. Hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta. If my boyfriend or husband leaves the state for 3 days without telling me where he's going, I'll be forced to assume that I'm single and move on with my life. Drew is a whole clown. Well, marriage, 3 kids, responsibilities, 6.5 years. It's not easy to just walk away from. And also remember people, she's an actress. And this is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The same way how y'all come for Kenya and call her fake and it's a storyline and they're just doing it for money and it's probably not this time the third. Yeah, give Drew and her husband that same energy, okay? OMG, don't tell me Drew Sidora got to pay for what she did to Melanie. Not y'all bringing in what she did acting on the show. I don't see the fineness in Drew's husband that y'all see. He eyed. Signed petition to get rid of Drew, but keep her husband on the show. Drew husband 26 minutes into his Real Housewives of Atlanta career, and he's already top 5 worst husband in the whole franchise history. I'm going to appease you. This N-word is bleeping evil villain. He's watching them on cameras in the house. Drew needs to leave. OMG. This is the worst gaslighting I've ever witnessed. Not to tell really had flew away for 3 days and then came back home like Drew. Drew husband said leaving 3 days and that calling would make her want to end the marriage. Right. He said, and what? And what? And she said, discussion. And in his heart, he was like, damn. Yeah, so mean. Yeah, I'm sure he wants his family, but that's what it looked like. Because he was like, and what? And what? And she was like, the discussion, not the marriage. And it almost looked like he looked disappointed. Drew husband is fine, but absolutely a toxic, not king. The way he played the victim after disappearing for 3 days was one for the books. Can we not with Drew and her? You don't understand black men bleep husband and just say we did, please, because we all know a side chick about to explain those 3 days by the end of the season. So, well, they are still loved up on social media, so it looks like everything worked out. WTF is up with Drew husband. I haven't watched Real Housewives of Atlanta in a while, but something is fishy about Drew husband, who leaves for 3 days, drives to not another country. Hey, he went to another state. It doesn't let his wife know he's leaving, let alone where he is going. She said that you leave the state, not another country. Abort Misha, abort Misha, abort Misha. Your husband is a controlling liar. No one deserves that treatment he gave you. God bless Drew for not slapping the itch out of her husband at that dinner table. Drew husband is full of itch. Who needs enemies when you have a husband like Drew? Ooh. Drew husband doesn't even respect her enough to lie. He told her it doesn't matter if she know where he's at. Speechless. Drew husband is real different. I want to know where y'all be finding these N-words. In no way in hell my husband leaving for 3 days and not telling me where he's going. Drew husband is bogus as hell. WTF. So Drew, thank you, girl. Thank you for a second. One episode. You know, we got the funny, goofy Kenya, even though the haters were still on her. Shout out to Drew and her husband, man. Twitter said it all, okay? I mean, I don't have much to say. I mean, the guy was over there just being disrespectful, dismissive, gaslighting her. Like, he didn't care, okay? So I do wish them the best. You know, we don't want to see marriages and families fall apart and all of that. And they look like they're doing great. So I do wish them the best. You know, in recent episodes, girl, go ahead and sign the deed. Make sure your name is on those paperwork, okay? Your job is not to just pack up the house while he goes and put his name on the house, okay? Yes, love and marriage and family is beautiful, but sometimes those things don't work out and you have to protect yourself. Sometimes you think, oh, my man will never do that. He will never put the kids and I on the streets. I have seen it so many times where, you know, the woman is in the marriage. You know, Drew is doing her thing as far as, you know, keeping herself employed and financially stable and all of that. But there are times where women get into these marriages and they lose their identity. They stop working. The guy is the one working, doing everything. And then the marriage don't work out. And the woman goes from living in the mansion to the next day almost being homeless and having no access to funds, you know. So make sure you handle your business. Take care of yourself. Don't lose your identity. And make sure your name is on the deeds and those important things, okay? So hopefully it's just for TV. And eventually she's going to sign and have her name on that new house as well. But anyways, like I said, they are making their mark on the show. No pun intended. And I wish them the best. I wish all of you the best. Take care. I will be back with another video, but just in case I don't, Happy New Year. I'm wishing all of you a prosperous 2021, okay? Be safe and let us all make it into 2021 in Jesus' name, all right? Amen. Take care. The end of here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.